Hi, buddy. We are once here to look at 10 investments that you can make with Kenya shillings 5,000. So, if you have 5,000 Kenya shillings, perhaps you have been wondering what can you do with it. So, I just want to share with you some of the best ways that you can invest your 5,000 Kenya shillings. Some I'm doing them practically, maybe I'll share with you, and some I'll maybe also try to venture into them in the near future. So, without wasting a lot of time, let's just look at the first way. The first way is actually to start a savings account. Now, most banks will always provide you with this particular savings account so that at least you can be able to save your money. So you can see here I've outlined that maybe after or at the end of 1 year, when you're saving 5,000 every month, that is 5,000 times 12. So after 1 year, you'll be having 60,000 plus some interest based on maybe the account that you created or the bank also, yeah, that you're using, right? So these are some of this is just a way of not misusing your 5k, right? Saving, right? So you can visit any bank. I know they have this savings account. The other one is to invest in money market fund, right? I mentioned that there are some of the ways that I use. One of them is actually this money market fund. There are quite a number, and I've also mentioned them in my previous video. So if we just take a look at some of these particular videos that, so if you go to the channel here, my channel, uh, so if you just search for, let me just search for money market, right? Market, I think that should just be enough, right? So you can see I've listed some of the top best, right, money market funds. So you can have a look at this, right? So again, uh, also Citon provides also one of the best money market fund platform. So you can look at the features, right? So personally I use IACA Lion. So you can also check. They provide insurance, pensions, investments, and trusts, right? So one of the products that I normally use is the Digi Trust. I believe you know it. Yeah, it's kind of a unit trust, but it is a money market fund. So you can see even I am already. So I won't expose my account, but it's just a way of saving, right? So you can log in, right? So the other one, apart from money market funds, and again, you need to understand that money market fund, you can always kill two birds with one stone. So you can be like reserving your capital or preserving your capital, and of course gaining some interest on that particular capital. So here you are rest assured that you'll always get your capital back and of course earn those interest. I've been with investing with money market fund for a very long time, and I think for me this is one of the best way to invest. Then you have investing in stock market. If you have 5,000 Kenya shillings, so here with you can always purchase minimum shares, right, in the stock exchange, which is 100, and this one you can always be trading, buying shares between or less than 50, right? So if you do this, you can always be able to earn some interest, right? And of course, you can always accumulate some amount up to 5,000 shillings and get some ownership, right? So we have stock market, we have the Nairobi stock market. There are quite a number, so you can always check with them and see how you can invest your 5,000 Kenya shillings. Apart from that, you can also join an investment group with your Kenya shillings 5,000, right? Like, you can create a group of friends, like maybe say 10 people, then you invest 5,000 Kenya shillings on a daily basis, right? So if you do this, your amount will multiply, right? And you realize that the impact of 5,000 Kenya shillings, if you're in a group of 10, is quite a lot, right? So for example, if you're 10 of you, that means you can put aside 50,000 per month. You get the point. And then after a year, you can always accumulate 600,000 as a group. It's a better investment approach rather than starting it off as an individual. So you can say here as a group, it goes very, very fast. So Old Mutual investment group is one of the most preferred option. But if you have other options, you can always join with your friends, right? You can also invest in treasury bonds with Kenya shillings 5,000. Now, I talked about treasury bonds in my one of my videos. So you can, if you go to my channel, once you're here, just search for what are we looking at? Treasury bond. I've explained how you to go about it. So how to invest in treasury bonds in Kenya, right? I just did it last week, yeah. So you can have a look at these videos. Quite informative on how you can invest in those particular T bonds, which is a very good investment option. All right, so kindly note that the minimum investment in a treasury bond is 50,000 Kenya shillings. So what should you do with the 5,000 shillings? You can always put it aside, 5,000 aside, maybe for some time, right? Maybe for 1 year, let's say, so that you accumulate the 50,000 Kenya shillings. And then you can proceed and purchase what? A treasury bond, right? So don't just say, get me wrong, that you can always use 5,000 to purchase a T bond. No, the minimum investment you require is 50,000. So you have to save 5,000 until you get 50,000 is when you can be able to do it, to purchase a treasury bond. So if you're here and you're still enjoying this conversation, kindly take a second or two, be part of this particular community. All right, and for those of us who are already part, thank you. Now, let's proceed. So we can also invest in pension fund with 5,000. Everyone is going to retire. Even if you're doing business, at some point you'll decide, okay, I can hang my boots and relax, right? So even if you're doing business or if you are employed, you can always put aside some amount of money, like 5,000, right? So over time, maybe if you do it, I've given an example of a 10 years period, right? Maybe you are earning an interest of 10% per annum. It will give you around 1 million after 10 years. You can imagine, right? So for those of us who are maybe in their 30s, yeah, you can do this right now. You can start it right now, and maybe by the time you are retiring, you will have some pension funds in your account. So you can check with I think Old Mutual also gives this, right? Good. I also invest in a side hustle or business. There are quite a number of businesses that you can start with less than 5,000 Kenya shillings, right? Better still, you can check one of my previous videos. I mentioned those businesses that you can start with 1,000 Kenya shillings. You can do some grocery, you can start some mitumba business, you can be a street vendor. I mean, there are quite a lot of businesses. We have people who have weight measurement machines. We also have nowadays photography, videography. You can purchase a small camera or get a good phone, take photo. I mean, there are quite a number of businesses that you can start off with 5,000 Kenya shillings. So you can invest that in any of the business of your choice, right? Then we are also looking at equity, a fund, which you can invest with 5,000 Kenya shillings. So this fund is also found in unit trusts, right? Like the ICA Lion Group, they can provide these, right? So in this particular fund, the money is invested in units of company ownership. So this means you own stocks or shares in the company. So you do not choose the stocks invested. The fund manager is the one to choose one for you. But there are normally several options. So you can check with various organizations that offers this equity fund, and you can always invest. Then, in lastly, I believe we have a balanced fund, right? Now, if you invest in balanced fund, that means you kind of balance off your investment, or you balance off your risks, right? So, the balanced fund is a fund that is also found within the unit trust, like in insurance companies. This means money is invested in different areas. For example, you can invest in bonds, corporate debt, stocks, treasury bills in a very consistent ratio, like 20%, 20, 30, 25, and so on. So it's a balance, and this is a balance of risk. So for both high and low. So you can invest with as little as 5,000 Kenya shillings, right? So most of the funds in Kenya here provide interest rates of between 8 to 10 percent. So, ladies and gentlemen, those are the 10 investments that I can always encourage you or recommend you to maybe try out, right? So, with 5,000 Kenya shillings, there's quite a number of things that you can do. So, should you know any other investment option that you would like to share with us, kindly feel free to type it or share it within the comment sections. All right. Thanks.